Hey everybody, it's Tom.
I'm Brenda.
And we are
KY Travelers.
And just wanted to do a little wrap-up review of our cruise on the Norwegian Dawn.
Yes.
And you can tell by our smiling faces that it's probably going to be a good review. Little hint there. Don't want to give too many things away, but I just want to mention a couple of things good. I'll let Brenda talk about a couple of things that she was good. And then just to be fair, I'll talk about a couple of things that could have been a little bit better, maybe. But
we'll see.
We'll see. The first thing I want to talk about is the freestyle cruising, more specifically the freestyle eating. As I referenced in one of the earlier videos, the freestyle cruising, we really didn't have an assigned dining room or a dining time. We just walked in, handed them a room card, they gave us a knife and a fork, and we were good with that. So, and I was good with that. So that's one of the things I really liked about it, was the food aspect of the freestyle cruising that Norwegian has.
And when we went in for our sea day brunch, I ordered a dessert that I couldn't actually have because of a medical issue I had. And they were really nice about going on and taking it back and bringing me something different. I know, keto, but you know what? It was okay. It was okay. But the wait staff was really nice. I appreciated that.
I'll go a little bit further on that. One of the other things I liked about that, the ship, the Dawn, was the overall attitude and happiness and professionalism of the staff. There's one segment in the video where we're in line to get some breakfast, actually at the omelet station, and I'll call him the chef, the guy that was making the eggs was jamming.
Our egg cooker.
I can't even remember what song he was jamming to, but it was
Me either, but I was singing along, dancing.
Yeah, I mean, we were all singing and dancing and having a good time, and it was right there in the omelet line. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then there's another incident that comes to mind, and again with me, it's food. I like to eat. That's just me. But another morning, I was waiting for my omelet, and the young man behind the counter that was making my eggs was telling me how much he loved being on the ship and how he couldn't wait to go to their next itinerary, which like a week or 10 days after we got back from our cruise, the Dawn was repositioning to New York. So they could do a little bit of the New England and Canada stops and stuff like that. And the staff was happy about that because he said it's someplace he's never been and someplace he always wanted to go, which is probably pretty cool. If you work on a cruise ship, you get to go to new places.
But yeah, I do agree. The food was really good. And you can easily stick with your keto diet. I just chose to have some desserts. One of the things I liked the best was just, as I mentioned in one of our vlogs, the smooth ride. Just unbelievable. It was just super smooth. Hardly ever felt any of this, or the little bump that you feel when you're on some of the other cruise ships. You guys know what I'm talking about. It's just the slightest little vibration that you feel. Our drinks, when they were sitting on the table, you didn't see them moving. There was nothing. I mean, it was just so smooth. I love this ship. It's really pretty. Smooth ride. She's a beauty. I'm telling you, she is.
You've probably seen the ship tour video where we take a little walk around the ship, but there's one point near the end of the video where I find what I'll call the Wall of Fame. That's the wall. It's on deck 6 near the forward elevators, just outside the Aqua main dining room. It's the wall that has all the awards and everything on it. If you start looking at the dates on some of the awards, you can tell that the Norwegian Dawn is not exactly NCL's newest cruise ship. But if you just walk around the ship and just look at it of how well it's maintained and how clean they keep it, you wouldn't realize that ship has been in service for as long as it actually has. And I don't remember the exact date, but I just know it's not one of their newest ships, but you'd never know it because they take that good care of it. So probably the point I'm trying to get at here is one of the things I liked is how well they maintain and keep that ship clean. I really like that.
Yes. I appreciated the cleanliness of it as well. Don't recall seeing a lot of fingerprint smudges on any of the glass or anything. So, you know, and you saw people cleaning when you were moving around on the ship. And I just really thought they kept it good and clean. Did a good job with that too. Of course, whenever Doug and Jen, when they're with us, it just makes it that much more fun cruising. My brother-in-law and sister-in-law love them to pieces.
Definitely. You folks that cruise, if you can find family or friends to cruise with, it just makes it that much better.
It does.
We had cruised twice before with Doug and Jen, and we had a blast. And then we took a couple of cruises by ourselves, just me and Brenda. We had a good time. We
did.
But Doug and Jen are cruising with us again for this cruise and foreseeably the next two that we're going on. And it's a whole lot better when you've got family and friends there with you to cruise. It makes the experience so much more enjoyable.
It does for us.
Yeah, it does for us, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, you can still do your own thing. You don't have to do something you don't want to do. It's just the thought to me of having family there with us, or you know, even friends. If we could get more people to go, to me, the more the better. Because I love being around all of our family and friends.
We talked about quite a few things that we love about the Norwegian Dawn. Now let's talk about a few things that maybe could be a little better. I'll go ahead and go first.
Excuse me. Look at these.
Yeah, we have to look at what he's in. When I was reading up on the Dawn, just trying to familiarize myself with it, because that's the way that Tom's brain works. I'll look at deck plans and I'll look at reviews on the ships just to try to give myself an idea of where we're going and where we need to be and all that other good stuff. But when I was looking at the deck plans and the reviews, I heard it mentioned that the layout was what they called quirky, that a lot of times the layout didn't make sense. Where things were on the ship really didn't relate to other things on the ship. I didn't find it really quirky, but there were a few odd things. The Venetian dining room. The only way that I found to access it is from the rear elevator banks. You either walk down the steps from deck 7, because the Venetian dining room actually sits underneath the Bliss Lounge.
Yeah.
At the aft of the ship.
It's like half stairs.
It's like a half stairs. But the only way to get to it, because there's no other rooms down there around it, because the galley actually sits between the Venetian dining room and the Aqua dining room, which is on 6 at the mid elevators. So it's just kind of odd that the only way to get to that is from the elevators or from the steps there on 7. There's nothing else around it. So.
Something else that I like about it is the fish. The fish on the floor. I get lost so easy. I get lost here in town. Lived here almost all my life. I get lost in our own town. So put me on a cruise ship and I can guarantee you I'd be sitting in a corner crying somewhere if I was by myself. Had to go somewhere because I'd be so lost. I'm just saying. I really get lost. Those little fish, I look down and I see them going aft. That's Dory, by the way. That's me, the red fish going the wrong way. I look down and I see that and I'm like, oh, no, go this way. And I still turned the wrong way. But that didn't have anything to do with fish. That had to do with Brenda just don't know where she's going.
Was there something in particular that you thought maybe could have been better on the Dawn?
Better? Well, I really appreciated the staff. Loved the room. The cabin. It was really nice. The tender. I appreciated the tender. Now, had I known that the tenders at Great Stirrup Key had these, I don't know what else to call it, but a foot washer.
Oh, the foot washer.
You step on from being in the sand all day. You don't have to change your shoes because it washes all the sand off of you. I wish I'd known that because I ended up getting another pair of shoes all sanded up and dirty when it didn't need to be. But now we know, so you guys also know.
If you haven't been to Great Stirrup Key,
Mm-hmm.
or Key, depending on which time you look at, but anyhow, if you haven't been there yet, the way the tenders, you get on and get off the tenders, is they drop a ramp at the very front of the tender, and you walk out onto the dock. Well, when you're coming back, they turn on the water hose, which is on the sides of the ramp, and so you're literally walking through just a little bit
like
of water,
like
a stream of water that's coming down the ramp and washing all the sand off your feet, which was cool. I mean, we didn't know about that. We do now.
Certainly appreciated it,
So
though.
that's one of the things we want to share with you all, the ones that have never been to Great Stirrup. That's one of the things that might catch you by surprise, because it certainly caught us by surprise.
Yeah,
So,
you don't have to take off wet sandy shoes to try to throw on another pair and end up getting them wet and sandy before you can get to the tender or water taxi, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, I appreciated that. I thought that was really nice. That was a good touch. I'd like to see more of the tenders do that.
one more thing that I want to touch on that I think could be better. With previous cruises that we've taken, we're still kind of learning this whole cruising thing. I mean, this was our 7th cruise, I think it was, and we learn something new all the time. One of the things that could have been better about our Norwegian Dawn cruise was something that was actually kind of our fault. We only scheduled a 3-day cruise.
Yeah.
So we've come to the conclusion that although Norwegian's 3-day itinerary of leave, do a stop, get back, we like that C day, that extra day there at the end, because it just allows us to recoup and relax and just have fun and kind of unwind before we get back to port and back to our lives. But that was the one thing that would have made our cruise better, was if we would have booked it for a longer cruise.
Yeah, 5 or 7.
5 or 7 would have been good, but
Yeah.
that's pretty much.
But I think
Oh,
that's
my
the
God,
shortest
so-
cruise that we took, on the ones that we've done. I think that was the shortest one. I think 5 was before, but
Yeah.
we just wanted a little something to throw in there. Me and Jen were talking about, we'd like, let's go on a cruise. Let's do a quick little cruise somewhere. And we had already said, I had discussed with some of the other vloggers how we wanted to try out Norwegian. And we did, and I love it. I really do. I can't really think of a whole lot of any negative. Honestly, I can't. I've thought about it for a few days now, and unless I'm forgetting something,
No,
I really can't
I can't either. Just
tell you anything negative
just
about it. Even the other guests, the other cruisers, everybody was so nice, and it makes your cruise that much better when things are smooth, and the people that's on the same ship with you are as courteous to you as you are to them. It makes all the difference in the world. So if you haven't, please do give Norwegian a try. And I would like to thank somebody for their vlogs and giving us the nudge we needed to go ahead and give it a try. And that was nobody but Deb and Brian Dancer.
Yeah, the Dancer Quest.
Dancer Quest with their vlogs. Their vlogs is what made us say, you know what, let's give them a try. And then we watched a few more from some of the other folks, and I knew that I wanted to try that particular type of ship. And I'm glad we did, and I look forward to being on Norwegian again. Probably first of the year.
We've got the Vista scheduled for October, the Halloween cruise out of Galveston. The La Vida Loca Halloween cruise we're doing this year. And we've got the Mardi Gras cruise out of New York scheduled for September of next year. So we definitely need to do some cruises in between cruises. So, because it's that cruise life, you gotta keep on cruising. That's what.
That's you do.
But I think we'll go ahead and wrap up this summary of our Norwegian Dawn cruise. Just want to let you folks know that we're still here and we're still putting out content and we're still loving cruising.
Definitely.
we are definitely cruise addicts. just want to say a few things.
My name is Brenda, and I'm a Cruzette.
Yeah, Brenda. But just want to let y'all know that if you haven't already, I'm asking you to subscribe to our channel. Those of you that have subscribed, if you look, there's a little bell. Just click the notification bell. That way, when we put out new content, you'll be the first ones to notify.
Mm-hmm. We also have a Facebook page called KY Travelers. Check out that.
And Brenda does a wonderful job taking care of our Instagram page, which is, if you go to Instagram, just type in @KY Travelers, all one word. It'll bring that up too. And that's where a lot of the pictures go. Brenda does all the picture editing and stuff. I do more of the video side of it, but we're the team.
We're a team.
Team Supreme, yes we are. But we'll go ahead and wrap this thing up and let you folks get back to what you're doing. We appreciate all the views. Like I said, if you folks like what we're doing, hit that big old thumbs up for us. If
leave some comments for us.
Leave some comments for us, please. Like I said, we're still new at this. Anything you think we could do a little better, by all means, drop us a message and let us know. You know, we're still learning at this. We really want to continue doing this, so we're here for y'all. So, but I'll go ahead and wrap this up with the hashtag that Brenda came up with. Keep on cruising. And until next time, from the KY Travelers.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll throw another hashtag in, which is see y'all.
See you.
Bye, everybody.